And I do see a lot of people preaching that the only things you need to transform your body, lose fat, get lean, see muscle definition, are just resistance training, high protein, calorie deficit, and boom, you're good to go. And yes, it's like, obviously, while that is true, that doesn't automatically make it a waste of time to emphasize the less talked about things that can significantly impact your results. Number one, creatine for women. I'm sorry, but creatine is the most safe and researched supplement ever, and it is only beneficial for you. There's this stigma that women lean into too much, that creatine is gonna make you gain weight or make you bloated. It's the same thing with resistance training. If your diet is not aligned, taking creatine, strength training, doing all the things in a calorie surplus, yeah, you're gonna gain weight, you're gonna be bloated, you're gonna have a lot of muscle, you're gonna put on a lot of fat too. But you're probably gonna gain weight and feel bloated and puffy regardless of what supplements you're taking or what workouts you're doing if you're in a calorie surplus anyway. When it comes down to creatine, it's going to help you recover so much faster, which means that you can put more into your workouts, which means overall better results when it comes down to being able to get the most out of your training. That is huge when it comes down to your body composition, because if you're not optimizing the way that you train and recovering well, you're not gonna be putting on as much muscle as you want. And having muscle on our frame is how we see muscle definition in the first place. If you're trading the positives that you can get from creatine because you're scared of gaining 1 pound of water weight on the scale, that's like me being scared of marrying my husband and saying no at the altar because he sleeps on the same side of the bed as me and I'm gonna have to switch to the other side. It really doesn't make any sense. Why would you give up all of these good things because of one maybe small tiny little negative that you can get over eventually? Number two is prioritizing mind and muscle connection when you're training in the gym. I feel like this is not talked about enough, and we drastically underestimate the importance of mind and muscle connection when it comes to wanting to see your muscles grow in certain areas. Yes, training heavy and pushing yourself with progressive overload with weights is so important, but if you're overemphasizing that to the point where you're never actually feeling that mind and muscle connection in those muscles, I would argue that you're sacrificing something that you need to work on before you consistently only worry about increasing your weight every single time. Number three is not emphasizing your sleep or taking it seriously. Guys, your sleep is literally like overnight oats. You would never get the best product in the morning with your overnight oats if you didn't let them sit in the fridge overnight with all the ingredients doing their thing and making the perfect concoction. If you let your overnight oats sit for an hour, like, yeah, it's gonna be like mid results and you can probably still eat it and you'll probably still notice some difference than whenever you first made them. But when you let them sit and you let them cook overnight and you put the time into waiting for those results to happen, then your overnight oats are a beautiful concoction in the morning that was worth the wait. This is exactly what sleep and recovery does when it comes down to your gym gains. So I promise you, it is 100% worth putting time and effort into figuring how to optimize your sleep. Even if that means like you figuring out which supplements before bed really help you get better quality of sleep. That means tracking your sleep so you can see the habits that you have before that are maybe causing your quality of sleep to go down. Like when I started tracking my sleep, I realized that even having like one margarita that night completely ruined my sleep quality. Now when I need to get really good sleep and recovery, that's made my decisions about what I do before I go to bed that day, because I know how much it actually impacts the results that I'm getting from my training, point blank period.